Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine. Take good care of yourselves. In this pandemic, don't go outside and use your mask. Now, we are on chapter number 3, that is fibers. We have done the processing of wool fibers. Now, we are on the silk. We will discuss the life cycle of silkworm and we will also discuss about the rearing of silkworm from cocoon to silk. So these are the two topics that we are going to discuss. We have already completed the processing of wool fibers where we have discussed already the starting with shearing, then scouring, then sorting, then combing and dyeing, then spinning. So these are the various steps that we have already done in the processing of wool. Now we will discuss the life cycle of silkworm and the getting of silk fibers from cocoons. Previously, we have discussed about the processing of wool. Now we will process the silk. See, can you see this picture? It's a fine fiber, it's a soft fiber, strong, shine and costly. So silk is a fine, strong, soft and shining fiber and it is obtained from silkworms and it is separated from cocoons of silkworm and is made of a protein. It is the strongest natural fiber. Since silk is an animal protein, when it burns, it gives the smell of burning hair. It is very costly because of its natural shining appearance. Silk fibers are converted into silk yarn, which is used for making silk clothes. The silk cloth is then used for making saris and other dresses. Now we are moving on to sericulture. It is the rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk. And China leads the world in the silk production. And other silk producing countries include India and Japan. Now, before we discuss how we obtain silk, let us study the cycle of a silk moth. We will discuss how the life cycle of a silk moth works. See, this is the life cycle of a silkworm. Here we have starting with the egg. Then we have larvae or caterpillars. Then it is pupa, then cocoon, and ultimately we get a beautiful silk moth. But here, this is the complete life cycle of adult moth. But if we want to obtain the silk, then at cocoon stage, we have to boil the cocoons and take the silk thread. That we will discuss in the next topic, that will be rearing of silkworm. Today we'll concentrate towards the life cycle only. So the first step in the life cycle of a silk moth is the female silk moth lays eggs. These eggs are pale yellow in color and it is on the leaves of a tree. And can you tell me which trees are these? These are mulberry tree leaves. Now the eggs hatch in 2 weeks' time to form worm-like larvae, which is called caterpillars or silkworms. These silkworms feed on the leaves of mulberry trees and they eat these mulberry tree leaves and grow bigger in size. During the larval stage, they shed their skin. This is the shedding of the skin, and this shedding of the skin is also known as molting. They shed their skin 4 times while they grow. And silk is formed in the larval stage. It is formed in liquid form and in the 2 glands in the silkworm's head. Now the third stage is pupa stage, where the silkworm enters pupa stage Each silkworm spinning a cocoon. They start spinning a cocoon by moving its head in the pattern of figure of 8. Can you see in the second figure that this white fibrous substance is there? It is the spinning. Silk is spinning around the head of the silkworm, and during these movements of head, the silkworm secretes silk in liquid form through the tiny opening in its head, and this liquid silk is coated in sericin, and it is later on solidified when comes in contact with air and becomes silk fiber. Now, within 2 to 3 days, the silkworm covers itself completely with the silk fibers. Now, the silky covering spun by the silkworm for its protection is called cocoon. And the cocoon is made by the silkworm to protect its development as pupa. Now we are moving on to the adult stage. This is the last stage where the pupa becomes adult silk moth. When the pupa develops fully, you know that it is already enclosed in a cocoon, and inside the cocoon the development goes on. When the pupa develops fully to form an adult silk moth, then the cocoon splits up and a beautiful silk moth comes out. And the adult silk moth only lives for a few days. So this is the life cycle of a silk moth, where we have discussed that the female silk moth lays pale yellow eggs on mulberry trees. They hatch to form the caterpillars. They feed on mulberry leaves. They grow in size. They shed their skin 4 times during their developmental stages. And silk is formed in liquid form in 2 glands in the silkworm's head. Now they enter the pupa stage, where they cover itself with the cocoon. It protects itself, and after the development inside the cocoon, they fully develop to form an adult moth. Then the cocoon splits up and the beautiful silk moth comes out. Again, this adult moth lays the eggs, larva is formed, then caterpillar is formed, then the cycle goes on. And the interesting fact is that this adult silk moth lives only for a few days. So with this, we have completed the life cycle of silkworm. In the next part, we will discuss about the rearing of silkworms. Thank you.